Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here, 4-string, cigar box guitar, Skinny Girl Rag. Original song that I wrote several years ago. I can't remember exactly how many years ago that was. Maybe 10 years or something. I was playing a gig, and I was doing one of those gigs where you have to slog it out for about 3 or 4 hours. Nobody's paying much attention to me, and I got kind of bored and I ran out of songs, so I thought I'm just going to jam for the next hour or so. And that's one of them that came out. This is an open G tuning, 4-string. That's an A string from a regular guitar tuned down to G. And then you have a D string tuned normal to D, a G string tuned normal to G. Always tune your G string normal. And the first string is a B. G, D, another G, and B. This is one of my favorite cigar box guitars. This one I can get real raunchy with it, or I can get real mellow with it. And it always seems to come through with flying colors, as they say. All right, so this is a boogie, I guess you'd call it. It's a repetitive riff, and there's some improv in the middle of it where I kind of go crazy. So what we're gonna do here, got my slide on my third finger. You can use it on whatever finger you like. You can use a glass slide if you like. On this one I prefer the metal. So I use my first finger and thumb. If you've seen very many of my lessons here, you'll see this is not a whole lot different with what I do with my right hand. What I'm doing is using my thumb on the bass string, the big string. This is sort of my home bass. And my first finger is on the second string, and my second finger is on the first string. Now if I want to play the middle string, I'll just move my thumb down. So that's the fourth string, third, second, and first. I'm using my pinky to anchor. And my other fingers are plucking separate strings. Thumb's on the big string or the fourth string, and the thumb also gets the third string. First finger gets the second, second finger gets the first. So I'm plucking all four at the same time. So when I start out, I'm sliding up from the 11th fret to the 12th fret, so it's a tiny little slide. So I use my thumb behind the neck to stabilize my hand. I don't want it to be zipping all over the place. It sort of slows it down and stabilizes it so you don't go crazy. So my thumb's on the fourth string, so I'm going to use that as the bass note. And then my first finger is on the second string, my second finger is on the first. So I'm going to slide up from, let's say 11 to 12. That's actually probably closer to 10 down there. Now, you can use whatever fingers on whatever strings you like. This is just how I do it. You can move your thumb to other strings as well, but I do it like this, using my thumb on the fourth string so I can get a nice bass note, and then I'm plucking the top two strings with my first and second finger. And what I'm doing is, so I'm sliding up, and then I'm hitting that first string again. I'm sliding up from 11 to 12. Slide up all four, and then hit that first string by itself. You can slide up on the top two, or the middle two, or the bottom two. Either way you want, or all four at the same time. All right, so the next lick, after you slide up, picking the first string with my first finger. And remember, I'm only sliding up one fret. So make it nice and slow when you first start out. Otherwise, you end up going. So you want to keep it kind of mellow at first, and as you get the hang of it and practice some more, you can speed up and go crazy. So here's the lick. Thumb gets the fourth string. Like I said, first finger is on the second string, second finger is on the first. So I'm plucking only the outside strings. I'm not plucking the third string at all. Then I'm going to go. As soon as you slide up, I'm going to go down 1 fret on the second string and slide back up to 12. So I'm going to go down to 11 and back to 12 and give it just a little bit of vibrato. Thumb and first finger for the very beginning. The last thing we're going to do on this lick is go to the top 2 strings, or middle strings, I guess you'd say. So I'm moving the first and second fingers from strings 1 and 2 to 2 and 3. You can also move it to 3 and 4 if you want. And I'm sliding back down 1 fret. Up close. As soon as you play that first lick, make sure you lift your fingers off the strings and kill it with your first finger. So I'm muting with the left hand. Sometimes I also do this. Instead of going to the open chord, like that, I stay pressed down on the 12th fret with my slide. That's actually a bit easier. Doesn't really matter what fingers you use and what strings those fingers are on, but I know somebody's going to ask me, how are you doing that? What fingers go where? Not a big deal. You can do it however you like, but if you want to do it exactly the way I'm doing it, that's cool too. So it's, and that is a hammer slide. So I'm playing the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Thumb, first finger, second finger. And I'm sliding to the 3rd fret from 0. So I'm going to go 0, 2, and 3. Almost up to 4. So, let's put it all together. Now we go to the 5th fret. I'm just adding bit by bit. Now let me take my slide off so you can probably see better. Except I'm sliding. So it sounds different. I just wanted you to see my fingers. So. Now we add one more lick. Right here. Sometimes I'd put a vibrato in there, like that. real slow. Now, this is the speed I usually play it at. Too fast. So you can play at whatever speed you want, but definitely start out slow. Here's one other little thing I do. I'm using my first two strings on the first two fingers on the first two strings, thumb on the fourth at the very beginning. I just like how it sounds, but you can do however you want. You can do the top two strings by themselves. You can do the second and third, or a second and fourth. You got all sorts of options. So here's the first and third string, and then the fourth. Make sure you choke it up here though, at the very beginning. Now, let's take a look down here. You've got the basic gist of it. That's the 5th fret. So, I'm going to show you how to do it without the slide so you can see it a little bit better. So, you can't hear it obviously because it's not sliding on my fingers. That's hard to do with your fingers. Doesn't sound all that great because it's not really designed to be played that way. It's hard to do. I'm pretending like my finger is the slide. And obviously your metal slides way better on the strings than your skin does. And all I'm doing here is the top two strings and then the bottom two strings. Or 3, I guess you'd say. Doesn't really matter. Make sure you do the hammer with that slide. You don't want to go. Ooh. You don't want to do that. You want to slide. And this is what it looks like with my finger, so you can see exactly what is happening with the slide. I'm using the slide on my 3rd finger. It's hard to do without a slide. You don't want to slam it into the neck, just slide into it. All right, so from the top. And you're probably wondering, is that the whole song or is there more parts? It's a little tricky, so now we're ready for the next part. And this is simply 2, 3, 4, 5. Right on top of the frets. And I'm choking with the right hand. Instead of going, I'm actually plucking every single fret. And again, my thumb is on the back of the neck here. That really helps stabilize it. Now, what was that little lick I put in between there? I'll show you. So the whole thing. So I did that 4 times, and then we do the walk up. Whoops. What was that little thing I did in between? Same thing I did before, but fast. So it goes boom, 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 bop, boom, 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 bop, boom. Then you start all over again. So real slow. 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here's the last part. We go to, and that's the 5th fret to the 8th, and down 1 to 12. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 to 8, then down 1, 6 to, or 7 to 12, 5 to 8, 7 to 12. And that part goes like this. And that's 3, 2, 0, slide all the way to 12. So that part is. On that one, I'm going all the way to 12, and you press down real hard. Remember, your thumb is pushing slightly against the back of the neck for stabilization, so you don't go too fast. So have fun with that. Please subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying these lessons, and check out my website, Bluesboyjag, cigar box guitars at bluesboyjag.com. Keep those cards and letters coming, and getting lots of emails, lots of requests, different styles, different songs, specific licks. So stay tuned. We'll see you next time.